Social media family, what is up today? Man, I hope you're having a super good day. I got a strong word slash vision that I got in corporate prayer. I just love corporate prayer. It's so good just to have you a place that you pray. Like I have my time for morning prayer, then I have at our church we have our corporate prayer, and then our church has like an open heaven in it. And so just during worship I receive a lot. Just at the different designated prayer worship times that I have. And when you cultivate a place that there's an open heaven, God just speaks so much, and it's so good. So we were in one of our corporate prayer meetings, and I was just thanking the Lord and just pray. I was just praying in the prayer meeting. And then all of a sudden, I had a quick vision of an 18-wheeler. And this 18-wheeler was straight up, flat out rolling. Probably breaking the speed limit, but just rolling. Just, smoke coming out the pipes. A diesel engine was humming, and the driver was hammered down. It was just moving. And then all of a sudden, I saw like a truck. It's like on the side of the road, and it starts rolling and jumps in with them. And then there's an on-ramp, and the trucks are coming off of the on-ramp, and they're getting on, and they're starting a convoy. And then all of a sudden, they're feeding off of that lead truck. And then you'll see trucks, they're like at a truck stop on the side of the road. And then, you have your exit ramps and your on ramps. People start coming on trucks start coming one after the on ramp. And all of a sudden, there is this massive, massive convoy on an interstate. And it was full steam ahead rolling. And then, you don't have to be super spiritual to figure this out. God is creating a convoy. And it's just like people are coming alive right now. Now, there's a few ways you could look at this. One you could look at it is the lead truck is Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, leading. You could look at it and say, man, that lead truck is like you. It could be you in a different sense. You start moving and people will jump in. A lot of you, myself included, we have God vision inside of us. And the thing is, when we start leading a charge on a movement, a ministry, a business, everybody just starts jumping in. And so it's fun when people start building. Side story, has nothing to do with this, but the other day, my wife and I, we were going fishing with our family. And, the night before, I set we were going catfishing. And then everybody started talking about how they were going to pitch in. We went, we had a blast, slayed them, y'all. Next week, some of our friends were going to go with us. So the same thing, night before, I made sure all of our poles were set up for catfish, and Autumn made sure she had snacks and waters, and then the kids were like, hey, make sure we have this and this. And everybody started pitching in because we were going in one direction. Then that next morning we got ready to leave, and our friends, they showed up with their kids, and they were all ready. And it's just because of an idea, two families got all their kids and everybody together, and they went in a direction. When you start a ministry, when you start a church, when it's like that, when one person gets a word from God to start a ministry, it just happens. When people put together an event, people just jump in. When my wife and I started our health coaching company, we just started by ourselves, and then we started having clients come on board with us. Thousands of clients later, we started having coaches come on our team. Well, 280 coaches later, people just start going, and then there's a massive movement. You can think about even denominations. A lot of times people don't see that as a good thing, but just a denomination. There was somebody with the vision. I like the call with Lou Engel's and the Send and all these different events he's done. One burning man in that place of prayer, and then look at that event. I remember I was at an event in Colorado Springs 3 years ago that Apostle Dutch Sheets had, and it was such a powerful event. I was so honored to get a pray with them and stuff, and have a very small part in that gathering. But man, when he jumped, said, "This is a word from the Lord. I need to have this." Man, it was so great. I can't even tell you who all was there. I know Chuck Pierce and Tim Sheets and Lou Ingalls, and just there were so many. My apostle Ken Malone was there. I had so many great men and women of God that showed up. They got behind the movement of somebody doing something. Well, I want to ask you, what is that something that God has called you to be the lead on? It might be like when we go on a family vacation, my wife is the lead. Now, my wife is super administrative. So when we go on a vacation, she doesn't forget a thing. And just she has it lined out. Well, our kids all start jumping in. And so we start talking about our vacation and building up the momentum and the steam. So when we go, it's just a blast. Anything you do is like that. We have our meetings for our weekend gatherings we have at Roar. We, go over the worship and the different teams we need, and just, it's just fun to build. And so that's the word. Take it for what it's worth to you. Understand that you're called to build. Sometimes if you're the lead truck in the convoy, you're going to drive a little bit by yourself, but then the team's going to come alongside of you, and then things are going to happen. So this is a word for somebody. If this word is for you, just in the comment box, just write the word convoy. I'm going to go through and try to pray for as many people as possible. I just want to pray for all the people who listen to us on a daily and weekly basis. I thank you. Thank you for everybody who shares these videos. Thank you for all of our financial partners. Thank you for all of our prayer partners. My wife and I just give our life. We want our life to be a resource just to help people. And so, love you guys. And if any of these videos ever bless you, share them on social media. This is why we do these things, to get the word out. And so, about what God's doing. Somebody needs to hear a word like this. And another encouraging word, you may not be the lead truck in this convoy, but you may be somebody who's on the side of the road or at a truck stop. It may be you're just looking for the right people to run with. God is going to bring you into the proper alignment. There's been a lot of prophetic words about proper alignment, because people are looking for people to run with in life. And so, love you guys. And who knows, maybe you're called to run with my wife and I in ministry or health coaching business, or it might be a part of our network. I don't know. But I love running with like-minded people who are ready to run after the things that God has called them to. So hope this word, convoy, blessed you today. And also, I want to just, off Convoy, I want to thank all the truck drivers out there, man, for what you do. Every time you see a truck driver and you see an 18-wheeler roll by, they're carrying something. And I'm so thankful for all the things that the truck drivers in America do. God bless.